Okay, welcome. Welcome to Voluntarily Venting. There's a whole lot of talking and a whole lot of listening. You know, definitely want to say to everybody that tunes in or whatsoever. You know, we definitely want to say first and foremost again to those who knowing anything about the history of Black History Month, keep teaching your kids. You know what I'm saying? Get this Black History down. Get it be taught. Again, we've been gone for a minute, dealing with the Super Bowl and the pre-games, the playoff and all this and that. But we're gone but not forgotten. All right? Today we're going to deal with topics. And the topic today is going to be about, can a man have high maintenance? You know, and be acceptable. So, you know, with that being said and done, how's everybody? You know, how's everybody doing? We pretty much good here. You know, making the things happen. I want to give a shout out, you know, through the past couple of weeks, I lost 2 family members. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I went through a turmoil and everything. But, you know, nevertheless, it was all good. You know what I'm saying? They're in God's hands now. You know, so like I said, today topic is, can a man have high maintenance and be acceptable? You know, for everybody out there, I'm gonna give you some time to tune in, you know what I mean, to the music and time in. It's been a minute since we've been on, you know what I'm saying, so Voluntarily Venting is back up and running again. You know what I mean, we were dealing with the Super Bowl and everything else, but we're here now, you know. Hey, what's up, sis? What's going on? You know, we're going to deal with the top of the hour, or half of the hour, of can a man be high maintenance and be acceptable? You know, that's our topic for the first half of the show. And then the other half of the show is just going to be open discussion. You know, straight voluntary venting about what's going on, what's going on in people's life. It's a lot of our sisters. What's up, sis? Talk to me. Want me to bring you in? You know, my sis have a complaint. Right? You know what your complaint is, sis, so we can address it. The topic is, can a man have high maintenance? Can a man be high maintenance and be acceptable? You know, that's the first half of the topic. That's the first half, sis. Can a man have high maintenance, be high maintenance, and be acceptable? What's up, sis?
What's going on?
Ain't nothing much. What is going on with your Black History Month? That's just about over. Uh, oh, oh, I see. Well, you know, I was saying, can a man be high maintenance and be acceptable?
Yeah, to whoever is going to accept his high maintenance ass, yeah.
Well, right? Is that would that be a is that a problem? Because we know, like I said, we know what is they when because you know you hear women say they high maintenance, right? Which meaning that some of them deal with material, you know. But what would be a man high maintenance from a woman? Huh?
It depends on the man. What does he want?
I don't know. Like, could his high maintenance be, um, he want, you know, the old fashioned way, where he want his clothes ironed, his food cooked, prep at a specific time. Would that be called? Would you consider that be high maintenance? He want this and that. Or what if it was a material? If he buy you something, right, and then he want just say he get you a necklace, he want a bracelet in return.
It depends. If you had a conversation up front, it shouldn't be a problem because it's up to that person whether they want to deal with it or not.
Because I listen to a lot of females, and you know what I'm saying, the first thing they say they high maintenance. And I was like, so what is you mean about you high maintenance? Like you material gold digger? No, they ain't gold digger. They just high maintenance. And high maintenance, I'm like, yo, what do you mean by high maintenance? What you want? Pay your bills? You know, because I feel as though that ain't being high maintenance. That's just a part of life. You know what I'm saying? Paying your bills. What else? You know, you talking about getting your hair done? Well, we together. We in this together. But what are you actually saying that you deal with the highest bidder? You know?
I wouldn't say highest bidder. I would say the one that is on the same level as you are, that's willing to do for you what you're willing to do for them.
Okay, that's for a man and that's for a woman wanting a man that way, right? But what?
It should go both ways.
Both ways. Now, a man don't really get to say he high maintenance, but if it was so, like right now, just say he gets with somebody, or he meets somebody, and he's on a level of here, and she right here, she said this is all she can bring, right? But he want her to be here with him, with her. Would that be asking too much?
Not asking too much, just not the right person for him.
What if he never find that right person? So his high maintenance just be that.
So either he's gonna have to change, or he's gonna have to meet her where she is. He can still have that high standard or that high maintenance level that he wants, but if he knows that she can only do, say you want something that's $1,000, she can only get $700. You either gonna have to accept the $700, or
what would your take be on a man for high maintenance?
I don't know, because I don't have the tolerance for some shit. So, it really depends on what it is, because if you can ask for shit, it just depends on whoever you're dealing with is either gonna accept that and be willing to give that or not. And if they're not, then that's not the person for you. Stop trying to make shit work with somebody that ain't on your level. And it's not even that there's something wrong with that person that they can't meet you for what you want. It's just that's not the person that you're gonna get what you need. But whatever you asking for, you're gonna have to be willing to give the same thing in return.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true about that. But It's just like, see, me, well, not me, but men personally see women's visual, right? Visually, right? By visual, and just say, do they high maintenance want they want me to be curvy, built nice, um, dressed nice, look sexy. The baby doll shit that's going on now, would that be considered for high maintenance for a man? Or not just taking you natural?
No, no. That's a preference, and at some point he may have to contribute to that.
Mm-hmm.
He got with her because of what he saw, what he likes, and evidently she's been maintaining it. But if she can't, at some point, whether short term or long term, he's going to have to be willing to help contribute to that as well. If that's what he wants visually and to see physically, he's going to have to help maintain that.
Okay. So if
I'm not saying it doesn't have to be 100%, but at least some contribution. You don't get it and expect it to be. If she doesn't want to dress up today, you and your feelings. You can't do that.
okay, now that you said something where though, look, he met her that way, right?
He's gonna
Now
have to
that's
treat her that way.
now that's what I'm saying. She got to stay that way,
Yeah.
right? So she
Yeah.
got to keep up her own maintenance,
Yeah.
right?
Her own maintenance. However, he's gonna have to be willing to participate, contribute to that as well.
But what if the tables was turned, right? Now he meet her and he's dazzling her because she's high maintenance. He's dazzling her with jewelry, everything else, this and that, and giving her all what she want, money, this and that and that and this. But at a time where as though he can't, should she get mad? Should she be mad? I mean,
No.
should she contribute to her giving? Like if I like, for example, if you say he met her, like she met him, oh well, you kept me in the finest, right? Now he can't do it no more. So now you mad because he can't do it, but you ain't gonna willing to keep yourself or keep him up. You're not keeping him up. But you want him to keep you up. But if the tables was turned, right? If the table was turned and he says he can't, I mean, he wants you to stay the way you are, and you can't. But now you want him to help out. So
It's no reason to get mad. It's no reason to get mad because if you were keeping yourself at a certain level to begin with, that's what caught that person's attention.
right.
And you should be able to maintain that. If you can't, then you can't. But the other person can't get mad.
So I'm really trying to figure out what is a man. What would we consider a man to be high maintenance for a woman? Because we know that a woman that's being high maintenance is, want jewelry, want money, she want the best, she want the finest things in life, right?
Yeah, sometimes it can be just she want the hair and nails done. Whatever she does to keep herself up, that she wants that man to continue doing it for her.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nothing wrong with that as long as you find somebody that is willing to do that. But it shouldn't be solely dependent on him doing it for you. If
Right.
that's what you were doing before you met him, keep doing it, bitch. Like what's the problem? I'm just saying,
Because I see that.
It shouldn't be a problem, but he should be willing to contribute if that's
Right.
what it is. But
Well, see, that's a relationship. Then that's a 50-50 relationship when he continue to help out. But far as saying like we not in a relationship, or better yet, we dealing. It's like, yo, you can't do for me, then I'm going to this person, and it's like, all right, if I'm in a relationship and I need you to support me, right? That's probably my high maintenance. You know what I mean? I need you to support me verbally, but you can't. You won't. I need,
Then that's not the point.
huh?
Then that's not the person.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm so attracted to this woman. Not saying me.
How bad the bitch is, if she can't do for you to keep you where you need to be, to keep her happy, because it's like it goes all in a circle. So whatever you doing, you can see her physically, you can like the appearance and all that. But if there's something missing from that, I don't give a fuck how bad the bitch is. You gotta be bored with it. It's gonna get old after a while because you're not getting your needs met. You're trying to meet hers, but you're not getting your needs met. I don't care how bad the bitch is or how fine that nigga is. Yeah. After a while, if it's something missing, it's something missing.
Well,
And that's like, you know how back in the day the kids used to have the little toy with the square, circle, triangle, and
Yeah.
blocks in.
Yeah.
That's like trying to put the circle in the triangle. If it don't fit, if it's not a good fit, then stop trying to make it fit. Go find the triangle that you need.
So I would say today's women and men today relationships modern. Is it just based on high maintenance? Because like I said, I see, and when I'm like I said, I see guys now doing just about what females are doing. You know, keep
Did
it.
I tell you I had a nigga ask me to buy him groceries?
What was wrong with that?
What's wrong with it?
Hey, what's wrong with that? Mm-hmm.
Nigga, I don't even know your last name. What the fuck is like? Nigga, come on now.
No, listen. There's times when guys go out with girls, don't even know them. But even taking them to dinner, you see them getting a package set up to take home to feed secretly 8 kids or 5 kids or whatever. But then before you go in, you know that they might not be asking right then and there, but can you get me this? Can you get me that? Can you get me this? Can you give me that? You know what I'm saying? Can you give me this? Like, goddamn, I brought you here for a dinner and we just went shopping, you know? So
you just paid for that bitch to leave you alone. That's
yeah, pretty much. But I'm saying, like, you know, it's done. Not saying like maybe you know, women. I'm saying not bashing them or whatever, but you know, it's like that's the first thing they say. If you can't do this, or you can't take care of this, or you can't do this for me, then I don't need you. Sometimes when you meet a person, like I say, even with the man, it's now it's more being said. If you can't, woman can't do this for me, such and such, I don't need her. It's getting actually I would say redundant because what at that time you can't do for me, right? You can't, but you might be the one for me to help me out. Like you said, the guy asked you to get him some groceries, and you don't know his last name. If you the guy who knew groceries now, what if he strike you rich later on down the line? And just to say, you know, just for you helping me out with groceries here.
Get to know me first. See, you don't know me and you asking me to buy you groceries. I don't know what you're doing with those groceries. For all I know, I'm buying groceries for you and the next bitch. I'm not doing that.
But wait, that. I mean, men been doing that for the longest.
And I'm not.
No, I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying men been doing that for the longest. Chick coming in, yo, buy me some groceries. Shit, we could be buying groceries for her and her fucking husband. He crippled in a wheelchair.
There are some that buy the groceries because they think they get some ass.
Yeah, you guys. I mean, it's always. I don't care what no one say. And men might hate me for this, but I don't give a fuck. But it's always something they looking for. You know what I'm saying? Now, it might not just be all ass. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some men that just wants to you know, like I said, when we speak of the fact of high maintenance, there's men that just want to have conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, and give me an intelligent conversation. See, to me, I see.
They're gonna keep having the conversation until they find the one that is able to relate to what they're talking about.
True. I mean, true
So
indeed.
back to with the high maintenance. If you are high maintenance, whatever that high maintenance requirement is, if that female isn't meeting that, then find the one that is.
Wouldn't it be best to teach her?
I mean, okay, you can put the rules on the board, but after a while, if she's not catching on, that's like school. You're gonna flunk out of school, right?
True.
You're gonna get left out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, nowadays there's no child left behind.
Okay, keep that bitch on the back burner. But in the meantime, you go get the chick that's ready to put the pot on it and burn for you. Other than that, no. Like, why do you have to put up with somebody that's not going to do what you need for them to do, and vice versa?
Because I see some females be like, I ain't taking care of no grown ass man. Right? But damn, this grown ass man took care of your grown ass.
True.
You know what I mean? So because you said I ain't taking care of no grown ass man when he's down. Now you got some men. Can you actually help keep his high maintenance up? Like you got men I see keep their nails done, their feet done, you know, their hair done. They like wearing nice clothes. You know what I'm saying? Driving fancy cars or whatever. Now, you know, that's going to pull somebody's attention. They're gonna, either way it go, either opposite sex, they're keeping themselves maintained. You know what I'm saying? Maintain, not saying with their high maintenance because they're just being maintained. Somebody's attracted, she's going to draw attention or he's going to draw attention. But now, the maintenance of being like, I need this done now. Here it is. I can do all this by myself, but with you I could do a little more, right? But now my maintenance is high, but yours is not. You know, but I'm letting you know this is what I do to keep me going. Hold up. Alright, I got forgot. She said it's time for you to stay or shut the, I guess that's STFU. Then I realized. I'm trying to see what I realized different. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, with the man on his behalf of being high maintenance, and you know, he go to a woman and tell her, "But this is what I expect," and then they said, "I'm not doing all of that."
And it's the one for you.
You know, so I mean, quite sure, and it's vice versa. But see, we as men, we know this ain't the woman for us. But if her high maintenance to us, as long as she look good, that's all I can say. Because she don't have to be working, she don't have to be doing nothing. You know, she don't have to be doing nothing.
Get done off of her looks. How much of a intelligent conversation that you want gonna happen off of her looks?
Right, that's true.
If she can't do that, then that's not the one for you. She's the one for the time being. But she's not gonna do that for you in the long run if she can't do that. But look at it.
Yeah, that's true. That is so true. That's why I say, you know, fellas, if you're listening, You know what I'm saying? If you're out there listening, you know, give me your perspective on being high maintenance. And ladies, what you think about a man who having high maintenance? You know, and what do y'all think his high maintenance is? Because I gotta say, I had said something to a girl a while back here before, and she was saying I'm high maintenance. So I said, well, I said no. She said I'm a high maintenance person. I said, well, my woman got to be high maintenance, right? I said no. I said I'm a high maintenance man. So she was like, well, so what do you want from a woman? I said, well, listen, my high maintenance is can your ass cook? Hold up, can you cook? Can you clean? Can you maintain the house? Can you be sure that you got the house intact? Make sure the bills is paid on time. Make sure my work clothes is ironed up. Can you do all of this? You know, and a little bit more. You know, run my clothes to the. She said, you don't want a high maintenance woman. You want a slave. I said, no, that's my thing of looking at it as being a high maintenance. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. That's my high maintenance. So now you looking at you being a slave, but if that was the case, then me getting your nails done, making sure you got a roof over your head, keeping money in your pocket, you don't have to work, you know, keeping money in your pocket, keeping your nails and feet done, and dousing you with the finest jewelry, because that's what you want. Would that be okay? But me, I don't get none of that, but just a meal here and there, you know, and other little things. And so she was like, but it got to go both. It got to be 50-50. Well, my 50-50, my 50% is this. Your 50% is that. So if I want that, can you guarantee me that? Nah, you want a slave. Why my expectations got to be slavery? Back in the days, that's how it used to be, you know? Honestly, that's how it used to be. So I say today, you know, men today, far as high maintenance, I look at them now like the younger crowd is more high maintenance fellas keeping their hair up, ain't taking care of bills, buying their finest clothes, ain't taking care of their kids, you know, trying to stay out with the Joneses and ain't got no place to live. You know, I mean, they taking what little bit of money they get to buy and do all this other little stuff and not preparing themselves for anything down the line. So they go, they high maintenance there. But, you know, the young girls out there, they like them like that. And then when they fall, you ain't there to catch them. You know, so you're gonna go ahead and get my man his groceries though, right, sis? you ain't gonna get him his groceries?
No.
Fellas, y'all hear that? You see what I'm saying? You know, just because she don't know his last name, my sister don't want to get my man his groceries. That man was hungry.
You don't know me. I don't know you. It'd be different if we were dating for a while and I knew something may have happened that you needed it. Alright, fine. But I just met you. What the fuck? I was like, hey, my name is Janelle. You need something from Kroger's? No.
Well, hey, sis, I'm trying to tell you, look, that goes on constantly. I mean, women do that all the time.
If they find somebody to put up with it, then that's good for them.
I'm saying, you should have brought that man, bro. He was probably hungry.
No, not when you live with your boys, you know, and his wife, and you doing whatever you need to do. Go the fuck upstairs and get something out the refrigerator. I'm not buying groceries for no. Not when I just met you. No. Like I said, it'd be different if it was down the road, a couple months down the road, and you actually needed something. Okay, then we can go. We can do this, blah, blah, blah. Because at least now I know you, what the situation really is, or at least halfway. Give you the benefit of the doubt that it could be something. But no, I'm sorry.
So, down the road, what would be different from down the road to now?
At least I would have a better understanding of why you need the groceries. I just saw you yesterday or the day before. Y'all didn't look hungry.
And you walked in. What's up, G? You walked in on the You met him, right? You met him. Y'all spoke, and he says the next day he needs some groceries.
He asked for a favor.
Favor.
Right? I need a favor. Because you seem like a nice person, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I didn't get my check. Could you buy me some groceries? And I was at work. So I really couldn't say what I wanted to say. That's gonna be a hard no, bro. No. Like I said, it'd be different if I got to know you, you got to know me, and I knew what the situation really was, or at least half of the situation, or got to understand what could be going on.
Right.
You don't know me, so then based on what I heard you say about your ex, just in general conversation, you really don't need it. You were just you were fishing to see what I would do.
Well, again, fellas, as you're listening, don't ask a woman for no groceries on the first date because they ain't getting it.
No, definitely not on the first date. If you need groceries, then say meet me at the grocery store and just slide something up there. You know me. I'm not the type of person that be like, I'm not gonna keep this at the third. But don't come right off the bricks and be like, yo, I need some groceries. Because especially when you live with people.
Right. Well, it's like I say, we as men, we've been targeting that way. We've been going through that for the longest. Buying groceries on the first day. Buying food, like taking a woman out and buying the expensive meal on the very first day, right?
Yeah, this time when I've done the same thing, I don't mind paying if I'm interested in that person, but I don't know you. Let me get to know you, and then let me buy the groceries. But as far as the first date, I'm gonna eat regardless. We can split the check if you feel that way. That is a problem. I'm not going nowhere pulling out my wallet on purpose. That's number one. But if I have to, you best believe if you rub me the wrong way, when I pull out my wallet, we can split checks.
Right.
But if the man wants to pay for it, I'm not going to disrespect him and pull out my wallet like I can do this. Yeah, I know I can. You know I can. But I'm going to give you the opportunity to do you, and you give me the opportunity to do me if I ask you to go somewhere, if I want to take you out. That's just how I am. However.
What's up, Slack?
However, what you're not going to do is have me buying groceries for a household with other adults there. No.
See, now, like I say again, over and over again, since we've been doing that for years, men been doing that for years, and now it became, like I say, high maintenance and such. And what is your take on a man being high maintenance? Actually taking care of him. Because for an example, back in the day, we had pimps and Macs. So So pimps was high maintenance. But that's a whole different era. You know what I mean? That's a whole different era. But I'm just saying, for as a individual man, working man who works hard to get things done in life, has high maintenance. You know what I'm saying? And a woman he meets, and he said, well, he too much for me. Cause I hear a lot of women say, oh, he's either too much or he's not enough.
Okay, and my question would be, well, what is it that you are looking for that man is too much for you or not enough for you?
Yeah, or you know what I'm saying? As I say, fellas, you know what I'm saying? Y'all out there, talk to me, tell me something. Try to find out a man's high maintenance. Is it okay for a man to have high maintenance and be acceptable? All right, because today's society, in today's world right now, a lot of couples are actually not together, right? Couples, families, husbands and wife, they are not together. And the only thing you can hear, I can take care of my own. I can hold my own. And everybody dibbling and dabbling from here and there. This person get with that person and robbing the person blind right in front of his eyes. Or he's robbing her blind right in front of her eyes. But I get what you're saying. It's just like, find that right one. Are there anybody nowadays right for each other? Nowadays.
It's questionable.
I'm going to say, hell no. Motherfucker ain't. I mean, when you either got a person that's, and it's sad to say, you got a woman that's been damaged, who meets a good man and that push him away. You got a man who's been damaged, who meets a good woman, that push her away. And today's society, so your high maintenance shit is gone. Cause like I say, it was I looked at some things, and back in the days I used to see how the woman used to cater to the man fathers. I'm talking about literally catering to him as a husband and wife, and her position and his position, And I looked at it like, wow, that's actually how life was supposed to have been. But as time evolved and went down, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I can do this, I can do that. Woman don't need no man. Man don't need no woman. This is why we have so much same sex involved. Because nobody needs nobody. Nobody needs the opposite sex. Right? But at the same time, it's like, I can hold this down. Now, there was a time where everything was cool. And, you hear people's, like I said now, rent damn near $2,000. At $15 an hour, that's just standardly, minimum wage. You can't hold your apartment down like that. The cost for one bedroom, if you're a person with just no kids, you're good. But you're a person with kids, and you're dealing with the minimum wages at this point, you ain't gonna be able to hold that down. And your expertise or your expectations is gone. Because now from you being high maintenance here, whether it's man or woman, but I'm speaking of man, being here is here now. Because if you're gonna do this by yourself, you're gonna do it without nobody help. You're gonna have to meet all these. You gotta meet your rent, your light, your food, your gas, your lunch, and hell, the price of gas. You might as well ride a bike in the wintertime. You know, shit. You know, you might as well ride a bike in the damn wintertime because give me a bicycle. You know, that's only $1.50 for gas. I bungle the fuck up. Hey, yo, listen, I dress my bike up from here on out. Put the carpet around my bike so the pipe can stay warm, so it don't crack in the winter. Because look, I gotta get to work, and the cost of gas is $3 and some change now, and the way things are going, no, I'm not gonna be able to afford that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us ain't gonna be able to afford it. You know, but this is the life we live, like I say. So getting with a partner, you know what I'm saying, all this high, to me, you want to be high maintenance, man, that shit is over with. You know, as I say, it's over with. But a man can be high maintenance. I ain't mad at him. You know what I mean? I'm a man. You know what I mean? So he gonna be high maintenance. And like I say, being high maintenance, saying like, okay, you're gonna help me with this and you're gonna help me with that. I mean, you get with the man that you like, the man of your dreams, right? What would be, not saying you said, but what would be the man of your dreams? And he got high maintenance. Matter of fact, that's what I'm saying. Like, he got high maintenance, but can't maintain it.
That's the problem. If you can't maintain it on your own, then you may need to check your priorities.
Right. Now, you know what? I probably was wording that wrong all along. Because you got a man who's high maintenance but can't maintain it. And he get with a woman, right? And she's keeping him up. Is it wrong for that man to continue living like that off of her?
It depends. If it's an expectation, yes. If he's appreciative and it's a contribution that she doesn't mind putting into, if she can live with it and he can live with it, but at the same time, he has to be able to maintain it whenever she can.
Okay.
If it's something that you want, you should be able to do. That's like me wanting a Range Rover, but I'm driving a Jeep. So if I get with somebody, I say, okay, well, I'm with this nigga right here. I'm gonna take the money he gives me, and I'm gonna go trade in my Jeep for a Range Rover. And something happens, he gets hurt on the job. He's not bringing in the same money he was before. What am I gonna do for my car payment?
Oh, all right. What are you gonna do for your car payment?
What am I gonna do? If I can't maintain that Range Rover payment, then I don't need the Range Rover right now. I'll need to wait until I can.
True.
And then whatever he brings in is just extra, and vice versa. But if I can't get that Range Rover now, then we gonna pay off this Jeep first, and then we gonna talk about the Range Rover.
Okay, that concludes our topic on the first half. High maintenance, but you know what I'm saying, being that we now open for discussion.
Okay, yeah, so now I can go back to my complaint.
Right. Hey sis, how you doing? You doing, D? Now go to your complaint, sis. Now we open for discussion, y'all.
My complaint is real simple.
Yeah.
I'm trying to reach out to you because I'm doing stuff for my birthday.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if you can come down here, and you didn't answer the phone.
You called me?
My complaint is you didn't answer the phone, so I need to know if I can get you to commit to come down here for my birthday.
It's in June, right? I got you. I got you, sis. I'm gonna actually tag that date in, and cause I know you told me you send me all the information, so I can lock that date in at work. You know, and we shoot it with me and the family.
On the 11th.
That's on a Saturday, right?
Yep.
So we shoot down there Friday night. Me and the family. You know, I got you. That was your complaint.
Yeah, because you didn't answer the phone. I tried to keep contact with you through Facebook, and you didn't answer.
Hey, listen. I'm thinking you're a bill collector. Look, Capital One. I'm like, yo, listen. They caught me last time.
See your wallet, girl?
Yeah, like they caught me last time. It was like, yo, here it is. Daniel, it's watching. How you doing, D? You want to come in? Hit the button. Let me know. Anybody that want to join us, hit the button. Let me know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. If the number don't look right, says I'm like, hey, I'm out.
I didn't say anything, so I ain't.
You know, because see, my thing is, I'm sitting here. I got Capital One chasing me for a ghost car. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta pay for a car that I ain't even goddamn got. You know, so I'm avoiding them. You know, like it's sad, but what the hell, you know? Shit, and that's about it. So I don't know. Then I don't know who be calling me because I don't know what's going on that behalf, on that end. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what can I say, talk, or say anything. So I'm trying to be cautious till everything is over and done with. You know, till all this shit is over and done with. I'm trying to be real cautious so nobody can have their leg to stand on. Cause I don't want them to have no damn legs. You know, and that's what I say. Fathers would you know, when I was speaking about earlier high maintenance, when you got a woman that's high maintenance and wants to be high maintenance, but ain't even trying to keep it up, even if the person ain't there. You know, it's like, yo, you come in and you doing certain stuff and keeping that person up, shit that they don't even never had. You know, a motherfucker talking about they want lobster, never taste a goddamn lobster. You know, or they want to go to a restaurant they can't even fucking pronounce. A restaurant you want to go to, Sedona Naduda. What the fuck is a Sedona Naduda? You know that restaurant. What restaurant? Fucking, you saw a restaurant on TV?
They used to order it on the picture menu.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, and shit that they don't even know what the fuck they eating. You know? So, you know, you being high maintenance, or they being like that, you know what I'm saying, just being spiteful. And I'm not just talking about no women, I'm just talking in general. You know, just being spiteful. Like I say, you know, a lot of things been going on like that for years. You know, men been doing that for years or whatsoever. But, you know, like I say, when you're not a person, if you're not a person, I don't think there should ever be anybody sitting there saying that they high maintenance. Like you said, if you can't keep it up. If you can't keep that shit up your goddamn self, then there's no fucking way you're high maintenance. You know, don't sit there and say, I'm a high maintenance person. And you going to this projects right here? Okay, got you. You in the project. But you got no car, you hit the bus, and you at the dollar store. How fucking high maintenance are you? You know, how
The bitch got a bus pass, she got maintenance.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? How high maintenance are you? So not talking about nobody. I'm just when I'm saying that is generally saying, you know, for people who's struggling, you know what I'm saying? You got people out there that wants to help out or whatsoever, yeah. But when you sitting there talking about you high maintenance and can't keep up your part of the bargain, you know, then you need to check your goddamn status yourself. Like I hear young men on some on the job or whatsoever. Man, I'm doing this, and again, high maintenance again, and I'm not going back on the topic, but I'm just using things for open discussion. How you doing, Mary? You know, you
Your
don't,
comments coming up on Facebook?
huh?
Your comments coming up on Facebook? I can't see what nobody's saying.
No, they ain't saying nothing. They just zooming in.
Oh, okay.
They're just zooming in or whatever. I ain't set this one up. People just timing in. Yeah, but with today's um with today's uh generation, they maintenance is, I just knock they maintenance is they priority.
It's not realistic.
Right. It probably is just completely gone and done. It's out of there. You know what I'm saying? They have what would you call, I call it virtual reality imagination. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, everything is so, it's so into, that's where they high maintenance comes in at, because they can buy a lot of shit off these games. They get a lot of them damn coins. You know what I'm saying? And they done built them motherfucking houses and believing they in that house. So but they reality, the priorities is real messed up. Men today, you know what I'm saying? People today in general, just totally messed up. And you sit there and you wondering what this person is doing. Like I seen a couple, and it's sad. Like I say, the relationships for everybody done went sour. Everything to me just went sour. And there's no more relationships. Is there anybody you can trust anymore? Huh?
It's getting to the point where you really have to sit down and have a conversation with people for extended periods of time, more than one day, more than a week, more than a month, a couple of them. You really have to sit and talk to these people to figure out where their head really is before you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Give them the benefit of the doubt to whether you're going to trust them or not, and see where it goes from there. Other than that, before it was just like, okay, we can go to dinner, we see how it goes. We vibe, okay, we're going to keep doing this, that, and the third until we're not. Now it's like,
See, you ain't gonna see my man no more. He ain't buying groceries. Yeah.
Oh, that's I haven't seen him since the day before he asked me to buy him groceries. That was a couple years ago. So you will not. That was an absolute no, and I meant that shit.
Well, I say, the beauty of it all is, do you think, because now that we dealing with open discussion, do you think that it would ever get back to its normalness of father's relationship, or just black people's in general? You think
when females and some grown women stop thinking that they don't need a man.
No,
when some men and some young men, boy, stop believing that they don't have to be in a household.
Well, see, yeah, like you said, you looking at it on the female part. Me personally, I look on the male part. Well, we know the youth that came up behind us is gone. Nobody taught them, right? But they have, and what I see is that's their just general way of living. You know what I mean? So it's a normal to them to be disrespectful to their woman. It's a normal to the young ladies out here to say they don't need a man. Because in all actuality, it's like I can pay my own bills. And because the system has gave the young ladies a crutch and the young men, the men that was out here used that crutch because they ran and said, okay, she got TRA, I'm gonna go live with her. And study the father who was raising that boy, even though he probably was a drunk or a drug addict or whatever, study him telling his son, you know, this is not the way to go. You better than this. He let him go ahead and live like that, and that became a normal to the young men. You know what I'm saying? So the young lady accepted that because why? When you had big aunts in the house, like the big auntie, the big uncles, for the young ladies, you had an aunt. What was that? Samantha. How you doing, Samantha? Samantha? Let's look. You know, you had the young woman, you had the aunt that used to tell the young ladies back then. You don't have that, even though today, and we know that, it ain't no more of that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no more big aunties, because we are the big aunties and big uncles. But there's no more sitting down group sessions. You know what I'm saying? There's no more sitting down saying this. So they normal is abnormal to us. You know what I'm saying? And we looking at it like, oh my God, that ain't the way to live. You ain't supposed to live like that. But it's normal to them. You know? And even though we know history repeats itself, the cycle goes around, you know what I'm saying, whatsoever, somebody got to gravitate back to, you know what I'm saying, back to the way we were. Because you got to go past the way we were, past the way our mother was, and actually gravitate to the way our grandparents and ancestors came back up, and we teach the generation after the next generation. You know, because your grands, you know what I'm saying, that generation is going to be completely dumb. You know, like my kids, you know what I'm saying, and their kids, yeah, they might be smart for the school-wise or whatever, but their kids is going to be completely dumb. And I'm not saying everybody kids is like that. I'm just talking about in that generation area. Because that generation only can teach them how to Google shit. Go Google. Go this. Go that. So you're already using 10% of your brain. Right? They're going to be using about 2%. So the rest of their brain is going to be dead. They ain't going to know how to move their arms or nothing. You know? They ain't going to know how to do nothing because they got to be microwave the shit out of food. And their food going to be fake. You know what I'm saying? They're going to put on their virtuality glasses and thinking they eating a steak when they eating a hamburger, when they actually eating a bologna sandwich. You know? So, you know, if I go into that world, because that's actually what it is. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it, sis. If I put on virtual reality glasses, right, and turn my peanut butter sandwich, right, into a nice lobster dinner. To them, as they come up, that peanut butter that's what lobster's gonna taste like to them. You know, because they're gonna be so keen on I gotta put my virtual reality glasses on. I want some lobster. So they go get their peanut butter sandwich, put it on. Well, I'm eating lobster. And so their lobster gonna taste like peanut butter. and give him a real fucking lobster that's gonna be nasty to him. You know? So I'm just saying, like, it's so much madness or so much dumbness in the world right now. You know, with these kids, you know, in the like I said, one kid told me that he was pulling, right, the carts where I'm at, where I work at, from off the post office. And he said, man, it's too much work for $17. Nigga, you got the carts on roller stocks. Where the fuck was you when it was $5 or $3 when you had to take them off the fucking truck and throw them on a Raider belt and stack them on a goddamn on a 53-footer? Where was you then? You complaining because of their body is not conditioned for this shit. So their kids, I'm gonna make me a baby. Their kids ain't gonna be doing nothing. You know, they might be at $20 an hour, and their house, their rent is like $3,000. You know, so whatever little shit you make is gonna be gone, but it's gonna be like, yo, they sit there and they see that shit like, okay, I can go to my virtual reality world. You know, you're gonna catch some of them motherfuckers dead in their house with the virtual reality glasses on. But just to be stuck in that world. You know what I'm saying? And nothing being told or said. And I see now that music is coming back out. Our people that rap back in our days, they coming out where we can hear the rap. I like that. You know what I'm saying? So I see that they coming back out. Maybe that might be the trend to get things across to the young youth again, get them back on track. And if, like I said today, young men don't know what to do. Young men, like I said, young men today don't know what to do. I don't care how much programs they got. Oh, take this young man and he's gonna be okay. Help him out. You know, he's gonna be all right. I don't give a damn. Men shopping men as well as women shopping women. You know, so you can take this smart ass kid and you're gonna have to one day let him go. And if he's smart as hell, but he's surrounded by a bunch of negative, who you think gonna win? That negative.
You're gonna be trying to be the ringleader of the negative.
Right. Because he's smart. And it's going to bring him back down. The only thing we're going to do is say, oh, you were better than that. No, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because do I believe that negative is ruling right now? Hell yeah. Negativity is outbeating the shit out of positive.
I don't even watch the news.
Yeah, fuck the news. News ain't got nothing else to say to me. You know what I'm saying? Everything now is on my phone. You know, or if it ain't on the phone, that shit is in the air. By the time I need to I don't even know the last time I watched a damn TV. Really, just sit down and watch the show or anything. No more shows or anything on TV. I don't know when the last time I did that, sis. I'm dead shit. Not a movie or nothing.
I can't do on my phone, and it's not even entertainment related. I don't want to be bothered with the negative.
That's true. You know, it's so the negativity is so real. You know, it's sad. Like I say, I look at, like I said, I see a lot of struggling moms out there. You know, I see a lot of women's driving forklift than men. A lot of women. I'm like, God damn. You know, where the fuck is the men at? Where's the men? And
you already said it, complaining about the work that they have to do.
Yeah. I was like, damn.
Some of them are not used to doing the work.
Nobody's, and that's what I'm looking like, you know, get that shit done. You know, like, give a program, and I say to me, if anybody get a program going, get a program as a rehabilitating program where young men's got to get up at 8 o'clock, not putting them incarcerating, not incarcerating them like that, but just have a program where you get up at 8 o'clock or 4 or 5 o'clock and you have to go to work. Start them now at 17 or 18. That should be enter into any college course, you know, because the fathers in the households are gone. My man said it best on Facebook that the iPhones and the phones, you know what I'm saying, the smartphones and shit became the parents. I give that man so much respect on that, you know what I'm saying, saying that the iPhones and the smartphones and stuff like that are now the parents, because all we do now is go in your room. Or you got kids that's in the room like this. Where my boy at? Or he on the game. Hey son, what you doing? Hey dad. Barely giving you a fucking hug. Don't even know what a hug is. You know what I'm saying? They like this, like, because they hear so much. You know, tell them to think about something. Their mind is going. Oh, hold on, let me see. Alexis, what is? They be like, Alexis, what is a boiled egg? Fucking boiled egg is an egg that's sitting in hot water. You know, that's it. That's the thing today. You know, I said something to my son one day, and like messed his head up. Zaya, I said, boy, I was joking with him. You smoking some weed? I said, nah, you ain't smoking weed because you ain't got the munchies. He asked me, what the hell is the munchies? You know, I realized that was my son I'm talking to. Like, yo, he don't know, because it ain't nothing like that been said or told to him. You know. Then you got the young lady who don't know what to do. You know, thinking that, like you say, it's okay not to have a man. You know, they could do this all by themselves, because so much has been given as the programs. But it's programs that have been given of the benefits that they get here and there. You got people wanting 2 and 3 jobs. You know, I'm like, yo, where is your life at? You know, where's your life? You working 2 and 3 jobs, you ain't gonna be able to enjoy life. Oh, but I gotta. Oh, that went out here like that. Like a nigga scared to go outside. You know, nah, it's sad, sis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's real sad.
There's a lot of programs that have already been there, have been around for a long time. It has been that were meant to just be help. But I think it's more so that some of these young men and women have been programmed think that you don't need a male or female counterpart.
Right.
It's one thing when you're a man or a woman and you can hold your own. However, you shouldn't have to. If you are in a relationship or you're trying to build something, it's good that you can do it on your own. But it shouldn't have been you did it on your own solely because you were told you have to.
True.
If you did it on your own, fine, great, good, all that. Kudos to you. I'm glad for you. But if you are in a relationship or somebody is trying to get to know you, and I'll say that if somebody's trying to get to know you, trying to be a part of your life, you shouldn't turn that person down simply because you were told you don't need that man or you don't need that woman.
Right. See,
like I said, it's good that you can hold it on your own, but if you are seriously looking for a relationship and somebody is trying to be a part of your life, then you need to think about allowing that. It's not to say that you it's not to say that you won't have the same outcome as far as you getting what you want. You'll be able to get what you want and then some, but you have to be able to deal with whether or not you can deal with the person being, I don't want to say not head of household. That's not what I want. That's not the word I want.
Responsible.
Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna have to be responsible. You just have to be willing to let go. Still do what you need to do, but be able to let go so that other person can be part of what you're trying to build.
Mm-hmm. See,
it's not that they're trying to take over.
Right.
That's what it is. They're not trying to take over. They're not trying to take over what you have or what you built. But don't let other people don't let society tell you that you don't need a man or a woman.
What's your take on a man moving in with a woman?
Huh?
What would be your take on a man moving in with a woman?
If that's already like something that's established and that's the best way, the best route to go, then so be it. If it's the opposite, if it's better for her to move in with him, then so be it. It depends on the couple that is, dealing with whatever they are dealing with the financial status, whatever the living status is. She may be renting, he may own, or vice versa. So if they're going to continue in a relationship and they are serious about it, if they want to live together, I'm not selling my house to go rent.
Right, because I'm like that right there. I say to a man, right? Because a lot of men, move in with women, but it's not, to me, it doesn't make the man though.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because look, if I move in with you, that's your place. Even though you give me ruler over your place. Cause I'm doing, you put me in my place, man position. But as a man, he's not gonna feel like he has conquered, because at any given day, just say he stayed a rule, because he was already rules made before he came there. So to break your rules is gonna be confrontation. Conflict. Because now his rules might not compare with your rules, but you giving him ruler over your apartment or over the house. So he wants to lay down these rules. He's not going to feel comfortable. A man is not going to feel comfortable as though that's his kingdom. Even though he's grateful for the fact that, you let him move in, but he's not going to feel comfortable because at any given time, he could say something and you dislike it. So with you disliking what he said, it makes him sit back and be like, all right, well, I ain't gonna say nothing. But if y'all was to move in together, y'all both can go in together with the same rules. You could, like I said, you could tell me, I like people to wear hats in my house. And he could say, well, they ain't gonna wear no hats in my house. See, it's both of y'all houses. So y'all can come to agree with, all right, baby, listen, we tell the men to take their hat off, but the women, they can keep their hat on. See, those agreements, because y'all both get that. But if you was to say, no, they can wear hats in my house, and that's your house, and just say, I come in your house with a hat on, and the man tell me to take it off, I'm like, yo, Janelle never said I could take my hat off in our house. You know? And I'd be like, yo, sis, what's up with this shit? You know? So it takes the power from the man at that point. Because now this person have to come and ask you, whereas though it puts you in a place where you say, oh babe, you know what? Don't worry about it. He's been doing it for a long time. But my man said, take your hat off. You gotta take it. Oh, sis, come on. I just do this one time, you know? So it puts you in a rock and a hard place. As a man needs to just do what he gotta do best. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. But that depends on the woman too. Because in the beginning, if he was moving in with her, then you can have that conversation about what expectations she has